Hello everyone, BFViking here, and for today's video I wanted to talk to you guys about my favorite map in Battlefield 1. Now there is 9 maps in total and another one coming in December, but to be honest on Battlefield 1 I was a little let down by some of the maps in the game for Suez or Mont Grappa. Now you're probably wondering, but you said Mont Grappa would be your favorite map. Well, when I first seen gameplay I thought it looked absolutely amazing, and it did and still does. Definitely does not play very well. And the snipers just dominate the top of the map and snipe anybody who decides to use the valley at the bottom of the map. The anti-air cannons are just insane. People don't even target aircraft because they don't know how to use the cannons, so they just go after infantry, which is extremely annoying. The map seems so much more, don't really know the word for it, but denser? Maybe, I don't know, but there's a lot more cover in the maps of Battlefield 1. Let's look here. Battlefield 4 maps were way bigger and wide open. For example, Rogue Transmission, Gold Mode Railway, or Hammerhead. And yes, I am aware that not all of the maps are wide open in BF4, but what I am trying to say here is that in BF1, even on the wide open maps, none of the action happens on the outskirts. It's all in the middle of the map, and I must say it's gotten very annoying over the past week. So I hope DICE kind of bait the players out of the middle, maybe a bonus for capturing flags that are out of the way. But going back to Battlefield 4, people would be all over the place in most situations. The middle of the map would be quite empty of players, but luckily that the vehicles are not that bad of a problem. I mean, yeah, on some servers, but the majority of the time there seems to be a good balance of infantry and vehicle warfare. So now for my favorite map. Well, easily that's got to be Argonne Forest, or Amiens, but for the sake of keeping things simple, I'm going to go with Argonne Forest. Now, you might be wondering why I like it. Well, first off, it's something we really haven't seen before in a recent Battlefield game. So that's definitely one factor why I like it, and anybody who knows me will know that I like a lot of variety in the games I play. And that's why I was a bit disappointed when I found out 3 of 9 maps would be desert maps in Battlefield 1. Now, a lot of people say that Argonne Forest is the new Metro, and to be honest, I kind of got to agree with them. It feels like a less clusterfucky, not half as much grenade spam going on, and it's just got a 3-lane simple system with connections between them throughout the map, and it also has a railway running through the middle which can accommodate the armoured train behemoth, which I can't say was a good or bad choice, as I never find myself getting destroyed by it, and since it only goes through the middle, you will obviously be safe from the train on the left or right side of the tracks. The best weapon on this map would definitely be one of the shotguns or something like the Automatico M1918, because there's a lot of tight corners and bunkers on this map, so going with a sniper would literally be the worst possible option here, because there's absolutely no good lines of sight that you can snipe on apart from the railway in the middle, but that's usually occupied by the armoured train, which to me is a little disappointing, because I would love to be able to play on a really dense forest map and just plan some epic ambushes on unexpected enemies with a sniper rifle. Maybe we could be seeing something in a future DLC. I really want to see that, because that would definitely be a lot of fun. Argonne is something quite unique because it is the first of its kind in Battlefield 1. Now, in my opinion, DICE have taken a very different approach to the map design in Battlefield 1. And I think that the maps are a lot smaller in this game compared to Battlefield 4. Now, I know the maps are still huge. They still got their epic destruction. I mean, look at Sinai Desert. The whole city can be totaled, which I really like. So I'd be very wrong saying that these maps are boring, but I feel Battlefield 4 maps had something else to them. I think I just liked the feel of Battlefield 4. Maybe DICE have overcomplicated things here. As you all know, I'm always saying Battlefield 4 could have had so much more stuff, but I think the reason it was so good was because it was so simple, whereas in Battlefield 1 things get a little more complicated, in some ways for the worse and in some ways for the better. I think that's just about it for today's video, guys. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe for plenty of more Battlefield content coming very soon. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next Battlefield video.